Good day, everybody. It's TJ Jones, Conrad, and this is another episode of Inside Men, Music, Entertainment, and News. Today on a special episode, we're going to talk about Diddy. In addition to that, we're going to talk about women's college basketball. And also, we're going to talk about a fallen NYPD officer. But what's going on, bro? How you feeling?
Yo, man, I'm doing good. It's a long day. How's your holiday weekend?
Holiday? I worked. I worked a double, but
That's unfortunate.
It was good. My sons, they did have a good Easter. You know, growing up, Easter was definitely one of my favorite holidays.
They went on any scavenger hunts?
Just at home.
Oh.
At home. That's a beautiful thing about living in a house where you could do anything you want in your backyard. So
you bragging and shit?
No, it's not
you're
that,
right. We all got backyards.
Yeah, but it's just good to be able to, like, even when COVID,
facts
took place.
Yeah,
I was still able to get around because the neighborhood, the suburbs is so quiet compared to the city.
Oh, absolutely.
The city is just so much traffic, pedestrian traffic, car traffic. But it was good, man. Easter was definitely one of my favorite holidays growing up, man. Definitely had to get you a new outfit for sure, man.
I never heard nobody say Easter was their favorite holiday.
No, I said one of.
Oh, okay.
My favorite.
That's valid.
My favorite is Thanksgiving.
But yo,
what's good?
There's been a lot going on in the news, man. I know you had your ear to the streets, man.
This
Diddy shit going crazy, man. The court papers, the allegations, the raids. So the feds ran up in Diddy's crib. They raided his LA mansion, raided his Miami mansion, confiscated so much evidence in regards to human trafficking, exploitation of underage girls. There's a little bit of drug trafficking in there. Court papers was crazy, man. It referenced 50's son's mother, Daphne.
Yeah.
Her being a sex worker for Diddy. It referenced Young Miami being a sex worker. His kid.
Isn't Young Miami one of his girlfriends?
Allegedly.
So could you actually have your girlfriend also be a sex worker?
Bro, I don't know. But she was also performing sexual acts. Like whatever he told her to do, she had to do.
That's kind of tough, man.
Now, how do you
I couldn't have my girl do that.
How do you feel about all of that? Just when the parties, you hear about Diddy, you hear about the after parties, and you hear now that everything's coming out, you hear about all the freak shit going on. From the freak shit going on to the criminal shit going on.
It's tough, and the tough part about it is that when you are a big figure, a public figure, somebody that has an empire, such as Diddy, having his own company and paving the way for a lot of people are going to trust you. A lot of people are going to also get close to you.
Yeah.
And at that point, they're going to be on you like white on rice to learn the business, to learn the game. So they're going to eat up every single thing that you say. And you could be telling them straight bullshit, but they're going to believe every single thing that you say. And they're going to want to be under your wing. And the thing about that is that being under somebody's wing, you don't know where the plane is taking them. You don't know the destination. So you don't know what you have to do to get this information. So, there's videos that Justin Bieber, when he was underage, and Diddy was telling Bieber, hey, we ain't hang out like we used to. And you can look and you can see Justin Bieber. He looked uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
Looked very, very uncomfortable.
I saw that video.
Why would you have a personal relationship with somebody? It should be strictly business. As far as the underage woman goes, I'm against that. Now, granted, he's in his 50s. He looks young. He's in his 50s. But there's no need for you to go that young for you to date. Where, like I said, you're a billionaire. You can date anybody that you want. You can get any girl that you want. Just get them of age. Just get them of age. I don't understand why when you get to a certain status that you like homosexuals and underage. I don't know why.
It's like that's just like the common theme in that business, in an entertainment business. And I'm not gonna just put that towards music because we see the same thing happening in the movie business. Mm-hmm. It's this weird thing with homosexuality and underage boys and girls. I don't know what it is. It's odd to me. I do feel like, while, this is all alleged, we don't know the facts. We don't know what's true, what's not true. I think if this is true, Diddy's done. It's hard. I have a problem with this because, you see this all too many times, especially, people that come from our communities, black folks, they find a way to make it out the hood, whether they start rapping, they playing ball or whatever the case may be. Diddy, he got Revolt TV. He got alcohols, all these business deals, he got going on. Why do you feel a need to have to sell drugs? Why do you feel a need to have to traffic human beings?
I think, and my belief is that I think that people do that just to quote unquote still say that they are a part of the hood or they are part of the community, because I didn't fully turn my back on you because I'm still engaging in criminal activity. That's what I believe. Because if he is clean cut, imagine how many people would try to rob him, would try to kill him because they felt like they distanced themselves. But guess what? When you are amongst us, we're going to protect you and we're going to ride with you. And I think that's the reason why some people still, dip and dab back and forth with criminal activity or not.
I mean, I don't know. I just, to work so hard to get out of your circumstances to then do dumb shit that can pull you right back into those very same circumstances or even throw you in jail just kind of doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. But, in regards to this Diddy shit, with the music, how do you feel about everything coming out about M.E.N? In some of the court papers, it referenced something with M.E.N and it said redacted 5, I believe it was. And when you look at redacted 5, it said Philly rapper that was in a relationship with Nicki Minaj. So we all know that's M.E.N. Uh-huh. And then you got the M.E.N song that everybody have went and found over the past day or two. And what he said, something along the lines of I apologize for what I did with Diddy or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's just what the picture.
But at that point, it's just terrible because it's all speculation, because he could have been saying anything. And if he had beef with Rick Ross or Rick Ross had beef with Diddy.
I don't think Meek ever had beef with Rick though.
Who?
I don't think Meek ever had beef with Rick though.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, there was a point where they wasn't on the same page.
Really?
But I'm just saying, just in general, in a sense that who knows what he's apologizing for? We just all assume that it's sexual behavior. Because why would you put that out there like that?
Because they put everything in our face,
which is stupid.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw this. I forgot the podcast that it was on, but it's this podcast that takes place in like this barbershop type setting, and Ness was on there from Making a Band.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yes,
the one that had Chopper and all of them there. He was talking about it, and they was asking him like, "Yo, like did you ever see anything like this?" And he was like, "Yo, this shit wasn't out there in the open like how it was," but he was like. But he said that you had to fit a criteria. You had to fit a criteria. You had to look a certain kind of way, dress a certain kind of way. You had to have certain kind of mannerisms. Mm-hmm. But what he said was how they would get you is they would get you during the photo shoots or the video shoots. Or if you had hair and you needed to get your hair braided, they'll send somebody in to just like fuck with you. Like not on no physically shit, but like they watching you to see how the vibe is, see how you vibing with this person. Mm-hmm. And if they like what they see, then they'll come up to you. He said they never came up to him because all he did was smoke weed and sneak women into the crib, so he didn't fit that criteria.
Yeah,
but clearly this is something that's just been going on. This is we hear about this all over the place.
It's bad because there's so many stuff that's out there.
And my thing is this, bro. This isn't even about Diddy being gay. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, real talk, and I'll let you speak. If he is gay, he's gay, man. If he's bisexual, he's bisexual, man. Let the man live his life. But when you start doing like the drugs, stuff that's illegal,
it's not
sexual behavior is not illegal. But when you start doing that, the illegal activities, and that's when it becomes a problem.
Yes, you know, when the reports start coming out about underage, women and all this other stuff going on, you basically a pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it also brings me back to I'm constantly always telling people like, social media is not real. What you hear these rappers say online, like, bro, this is entertainment. It's showbiz. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important that you take everything that these people say, you take it with a grain of salt. You have these IG girls, these social media girls, they talk about, they baddies, they say they baddies. They sit back and they say, oh, nah, this rapper, this actor, this athlete, they're just giving me money because I'm pretty. Mm-hmm. I'm getting money because I'm pretty. These guys are just throwing tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars at me because I'm pretty.
Not at all.
No, these women are sex workers, man.
Not at all.
They're escorts. They're sex workers. They're doing shit for that money. A lot of them are fucking drug mules, bro. They moving drugs too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just to sit back and create that image that where you got a shit ton of little girls growing up that admire y'all because they see y'all on reality TV. They follow y'all and they take the shit that's coming out your mouth as if it's law. But you're lying. You're sitting back and you're saying, oh, I'm pretty. And then you got these 20, 25, 24-year-old girls sitting back and they talking about, all they bring it to the table is pretty. And it's just like, these girls are sitting back sending that message. It's not just them looking pretty. Like, there's a whole bunch of other shit that they're doing to get what they have. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
But the times have changed because for a woman to know what's right, she needs to learn from another woman. It's the same thing for men. We need to learn from another man as far as how to be a man. And then when it comes to relationship, how to treat a woman. If you are homosexual, how to treat another man. So that's what it really comes down to. We need more mentors. Now, as far as Diddy goes, it's a lot of sketchy behavior. Even Columbus Short came out and he said that Diddy called him up late at night, maybe like 2, 3 in the morning, and Columbus Short is laying in bed with his wife, and the phone rings, and his wife is like, answer the phone. He answers the phone and it's Diddy. Diddy, what you doing? Oh, I'm drinking. Why don't you come hang out with me? Oh, I'm at the hotel still. Oh, who you there with? By myself.
Damn.
I'm by myself.
Hey, Diddy a thought, bro. He a thought for men.
So he like so he's there like, you by yourself? And remember, he said
he's a booty bandit.
His wife like, yo, you hear this? And that's just one example. That's just one person who came forward who had an uncomfortable interaction with
him.
You know?
You want to know what's crazy? I saw this on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Suge Knight, jail, he had came out and he had said that that they didn't raid Diddy's crib to look for evidence. He said that they raided Diddy's crib to take whatever proof or whatever damage he had on other people. Because remember, if he's having these parties where all this weird shit is going on, they talked about cameras being all over, cameras being in every room, cameras being all over. So if people are in there doing freak shit, whether it's with,
and he goes down,
he bringing
everybody's down.
So how do you feel about that? Do you think that could be like a possibility? Maybe they go in there to maybe he got politicians in there with maybe underage girls or other men.
Yeah.
And or maybe other rappers or even athletes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's tough, man, because listen, if you're talking about the local police department, you can get them. If you're talking about the state, you can get them. But when you're talking about the feds, I don't think you could buy the feds at all. So I think that what the reports are saying is that they went in there to get evidence, and they took evidence because of human trafficking and sex trafficking, whatever the case may be. And whatever caused this man to fly in his private jet and go to another country, yeah, that's what it's for. I think Suge Knight might have, that might be his thoughts on the situation.
Because my thing is this, especially when it comes to the business, everybody that's a part of that knows how that. Everybody who's a part of the business,
knows how it operates.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just when you got people saying certain things like that, it's just like
raises an eyebrow.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because you talking about Suge was somebody that was big too. Yeah. So that might have been something that he might have done in the past.
And it's crazy because you hear about these parties all the time, and even for me, somebody who's stepped into some acting, you hear a lot of stories about the things that go down at a lot of these parties, but then you also hear that you have to go to the parties. You have to go to the parties if you want to be successful.
See, that's tough because that's your meet and greet.
But everything's coded. You know what I'm saying? So when they say you have to go to the parties, like, we as regular citizens, we take it as, like a lounge party.
Mm-hmm.
But these parties might be coded for something else.
But
there was, on that, it's just like, I was even told, you got to go to the parties. You got to smile in these people's faces. You got to shake their hands. And it's related, but it's not. I was listening to this podcast. Brandon T. Jackson, he's an actor.
Yes.
He was on it. He talked about Denzel and what Denzel told him about the parties. And Denzel had told him, you got to go to the parties. And Denzel told him, he said, what did he say? He said something along the lines of that it's not about being at the party. It's about, and I'm not saying it verbatim, but it's basically get there early and leave 30 minutes before the devil arrives. Brandon T. Jackson was like, yo, I don't know what he meant by leave 30 minutes before the devil arrives. So any party I ever went to, when I saw Denzel there, when I saw Denzel leave, I left too.
Yeah.
But it's just like all right, you gotta go to these parties if you want to advance your career. You gotta be in these people's faces, you gotta take these pictures, you gotta do A, B, C, and D. But you leave 30 minutes before shit gets wild.
Yes.
You understand? And that's how I interpret it, 30 minutes before the devil gets there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, and it's crazy because I live my life like that to an extent. Like, for example, if we're going out to a party or we're going out to a lounge that should end at 4 o'clock, I'm walking out of there by 2:30. I will never stay anywhere till it ends.
So what time you getting there?
If everybody pulls up at 11, I'll pull up at 11. If everybody gets there at 12, I'll pull up at 12. But I'm leaving at 2:30. I don't stay nowhere till it ends because that's when all the bad shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So when he was like, you leave 30 minutes before the devil arrives, it was just like.
But there was somebody who also said that you got to leave by 1 o'clock. Like it was specific time frame. Leave by 1 o'clock because at 1 o'clock it start getting crazy.
So the freak shit. The freak shit happens.
Start getting crazy.
The shit you don't want to be a part of. The shit you don't want to see.
Because all that stuff, it could definitely taint your name. Taint your image.
Taint your name, yeah, but it creates blackmail for the people that. So this is how I see it. Say you're an actor, you're a rapper, you're heavy in the business. You get invited to a party. You don't know what this party consists of. You just think it's a party, it's a celebration. You go to this party. You step inside this party. You see shit you don't like inside this party. You're like, oh fuck no, this shit is wild. I don't want to be a part of this. Yo, we about to wrap this shit up. You ain't been there for no more than 5 minutes. But somebody took a picture of you walking in there. That you were only at that party for 5 minutes, but that picture shows you at the party. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, what if like they're invited to these parties and then blackmail is created because you were here when A, B, C, and D was going on. This kid was being, manipulated, or this was going on, that was going on, this freak shit was going on, and it's gonna taint your image if you don't do what we say. We have this information that we could release or to tarnish you. It's kind of when you sit back and you think about it. When they talk about this, and I know I'm going all the way off topic right now, but I'm puzzled by all of this because you sit back and you hear about all this wicked shit where you're told to do certain things, and if you don't do it, you can't advance your career, or they will just straight demolish your career. And when we look at what happened with Jonathan Majors a couple months ago, we all saw the video. We all saw him trying to get away, push the woman away to try to get away, yet he was still found guilty and lost everything. And it's just like, hypothetically speaking, what if he didn't agree to what they were asking of him to do, or didn't go the way they wanted him to go, and was just like, you want to know what? Fuck you. You thought you was going to be, a part of the Marvel universe? We scrapping that. You know what I'm saying?
Tough.
Because when you look at it, even when you look at it, bro, the downfall of all men from beginning of time has been what? What has been the downfall of men?
Yeah.
What? I'm asking you.
No, woman.
Since the beginning of time, bro.
Men beef with women. Well, men beef with other men over women.
But if you want to get to anybody, the easiest way to get to them is to send a woman. The hardest, toughest person you can get to, that his circle is sealed tight.
Yeah,
a woman can get in there. Mm-hmm. A woman can. You can't. I can't. Nobody else can, but a woman can.
Yeah. You ever watch that TV show Almost Got Away with It?
No.
These guys, they go. They commit crimes and then they on the run, and they either get homesick or their lady snitch on them or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's just crazy, man.
It's some scary.
Woman could definitely get the intel for sure.
Yeah, some scary shit going on out here in this world. But to keep to move on, you know, whatever happens. Do you have any final thoughts on this Diddy thing before we move on?
If you get taken down, why you gotta take other people with you? That's the part that I don't understand.
Depends on how you got taken down. See, if there
are politicians that's involved, if there are other big figure that's involved, why do they need to be named?
But if somebody's railroading you because you don't want to do something, let's hypothetically speaking, if somebody's going to railroad you because you don't want to do something that they're telling you to do, you gonna fall on that sword by yourself when you know it. Or what if you ain't do nothing? What if the shit being levied against you just isn't true?
TD Jakes is in his 70s. This man name been brought up being at parties.
All of them are at the parties, bro.
No,
all of them are at the parties.
I felt bad for Bill Cosby. Like when he had to do time, this man is old.
Yeah,
let him just live his days. He's old, so it's the same thing. Why you got to bring certain people down? But you know, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is.
My final thoughts on it.
This is not going away.
No, it's not going away. And so much more is going to come out, especially if they go and they slap some cuffs on Diddy's wrist.
But it's a lot more about it because they even mentioned that he might be involved with the Tupac and Biggie killing.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think they need to look up. I think they need to open up the case with his baby mother.
But she committed suicide, right?
She mysteriously passed. I'm not too sure. I don't want to spread false information, but I know when she passed, it raised a lot of question marks because I believe she was writing a tell-all book or some shit like that.
Yes.
She was in the process. I forgot her name.
Kim Porter?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually reopen that case and look into it, because at this point, if any of this shit comes out to be true, you have to.
Because I think it was. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was either suicide or drugs that might have been involved with her death.
Yeah, it was something.
So I'm not sure.
And even if it was drugs, you can, you know what I'm saying? You could drug somebody easily. Like that's not the hardest thing to do.
I don't know, man.
But I mean, if Diddy is involved in this, man, the amount of people that are going to be brought up, the amount of people who, I think if this is real, bro, from what I've seen, I think this has potential to be on some Jeffrey Epstein level type shit, bro.
Well, guess what? The record label is Bad Boy. So you gotta be a bad boy and put on that image.
Take that. but onto the next topic, man. Out here in New York City, you know, a police officer was murdered of just partaking in a routine traffic stop.
Yes, in Queens.
It was in Queens?
Queens, New York, yeah. And the officer, he's a part of a team that tries to get guns off the street. And he saw this car that was just double parked on the sidewalk. He and his partners then approached the car, asked the gentleman, what they're doing. Asked the gentleman to get out of the car. The guy refused to get out of his car. And at that point, he shot from the car, shot the officer, went under the officer's vest. And the other officers that were there, they shot the guy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the officer passed away. So rest in peace to the officer. The officer was doing his job. There's a lot of problems with this because he had over a dozen arrests. I want to say maybe 20 or more.
Sheesh.
And for the man to still be out on the streets. a lot of people had a problem with that.
Yeah.
His family, his wife, she said it in her speech in a sense of why do we have bail reform? What is bail reform? How many more officers are going to lose their life? How many more people in general are going to lose their life because you're allowing criminals to roam the streets?
Yeah.
And it's not safe for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. And it's not safe. And what makes it worse is you're affected by it. And you're affected by it because it's in your face.
Yeah.
It's on the news. It's on social media. It's on the internet. It's online. It's in the newspaper. It's everywhere. So it's an overwhelming amount of violence that's taking place.
Yeah.
To the point where you don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't want to go. Listen, just like what you said. If you're going out, chances are you want to have a good time. Correct?
Yeah.
You want to go and have a good time. If it closed at 4, I should leave at 4 because I'm having that much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But because your antennas are up, because there's a lot of crime going on, because you might be in a neighborhood that you're not comfortable with, yeah, you're going to leave at 2:30.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't.
And I got my sons, and I tell my sons all the time to be a kid and always have fun. Because when you become adult, it can be very, very stressful to the point where life dictates the direction that you travel and that you walk in. And
everything has to every decision you make has to be calculated. It has to be calculated.
It's unfortunate. The crazy thing about it that this guy who killed the officer, did you hear what happened?
In regards to what?
He had a shank in his ass.
What the fuck?
He had a shank in his ass. So supposedly they were saying that he either committed the crime or they was about to commit
I remember them saying that there was about so
he committed a crime or he's about to commit a crime. He had a shank in his ass for if he got locked up and got caught. How is that even? First of all, how is that even comfortable?
Don't they check you though? Like, don't you gotta like squat and cough? Like,
no, but that's if he gets to corrections and stuff like that. But listen, the system,
they don't make you do that going into the bookings.
You do. That's how they found it.
Okay,
that's how they found it. They found it in bookings.
Okay,
but just the fact that he had that, just the fact that I'm going to do that. I'll be honest with you. Listen. I love Tupac. Rest in peace, Tupac. Above the Rim is one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Tupac put a blade out of his mouth and cut up Bernie Mac. I tried it one time. That shit was uncomfortable.
To put a blade in your mouth?
I did. And it was not comfortable at all.
I don't know how people do that shit, man.
I don't know how people do it because it was not uncomfortable. I was in fear that I was going to cut my mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't even do it. But they say it take practice. Like how many times you gonna cut yourself before you get good at it?
That's why.
So I don't know. It's the same thing like when you see people riding motorcycles. Like they wheeling a motorcycle. I know you had to have fallen for you to get this nice. How many times you gonna fall?
Yeah.
How many times I'm gonna cut my mouth? How do you know how far are you supposed to stick that up your ass, man? Or how do you get it out? How do you get it out?
Word. No Diddy.
Like real talk. Like that's crazy because it had to be wrapped up in something for it not to cut you.
Yeah.
It had to be wrapped up in something
cutting your cheeks up.
That's crazy though, man. But what's your thoughts on that as far as like the bail reform?
I think bail reform is shit. You have a lot of these, migrants, even people that are citizens committing crimes and and heinous crimes, and they being let go a couple hours later, put right back on the streets, and 6, 7 out of 10 times they just go and attack somebody else. Where it's just like this new victim, wouldn't have been a victim if you'd have just held this violent criminal in jail. As far as cops, man, this is just one of those fucked up situations, man. I'll always sit back and say cops and teachers got 2 of the hardest jobs out here. Mm-hmm. And they get paid the least amount of money. I think starting teachers and cops should walk into their jobs making over 6 figures because I would never do it. I would never be a cop. Listen, Suffolk County called me. NYPD did as well. I said no to all of that. Why? Because at the end of the day, every time I wake up and I leave my house, my only job is to get back home. Mm-hmm. get back home safely, because I got people that rely on me, people that expect me to walk back in these doors. And when you're a cop, you know, I feel like there is a heightened risk, like the risk is higher. There's a higher risk of you not coming home, because you deal with people that just don't got shit to lose. Why? What would possess you? For one, you shoot a cop, you know you're not coming home again.
Not at all.
Why would you just go and shoot at a cop like that? It's just, I don't get the thought process behind it. You know what I'm saying? Why not just sit back and just, you know, he pulling you over. Obviously, if you double park somewhere, he's probably asking you to just move.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
probably just asking you to move. Why not just comply, do what needs to be done, and then just, you know, keep it moving?
That's the problem. I feel like a lot of people draw attention to themselves, because had he just driven off, they both would be free. The officer would be alive, because you moved, and you can, if that's their plan, you can commit a crime somewhere else.
Yeah.
But why do you got to go back and forth? Why do you got to go back and forth? I have a big problem. This is my problem with the bail reform, is the sense that Rikers Island, they talking about creating different little jails because Rikers Island is overcrowded. I don't give a fuck if it's overcrowded, because everybody that's there did something wrong for the most part.
100%.
So you trying to tell me if the entire New York City did something wrong and committed crime, that you're going to just let everybody go because it's overcrowded? It's overcrowded for a reason.
Right.
People don't volunteer to go there. They did something wrong, and that's why they're incarcerated. They did something wrong, and that's why they're locked up. Point blank and simple. So we need to get these people off the streets.
Yeah.
So that way that we can be comfortable. My problem is you have politicians who halfway care. And what I mean by halfway care, and this is my opinion, this is my strong opinion, that they halfway care in the sense that they gonna care while they're in office. Because I'm the governor, I'm the mayor, whatever the case may be. I'm here in New York or whatever state, I care while I'm here. But once I'm out of office, after that 4 years, I can go out of the country. I can go to another state. And the laws that I put in place here won't affect me anymore.
Right.
Not to mention, I already got money, so I could do different things. So them taxes and different things, and it don't affect me. Listen, in New York, they got the congestion pricing. You know how many people that's going to affect? You know how many people don't want to go downtown to Manhattan?
I'm not going below 60th Street, bro.
Exactly.
I'm not. All my dealings will be 61st Street and up. I swear to God, bro.
But that's the problem, though. That's a problem.
That is straight greediness by the city of New York. You're gonna have all these other big cities that's gonna adopt the same policy. LA, Miami, Chicago, they're all gonna be fucking next. You understand what I'm saying? You're doing this shit because you want to push us in these fucking subways that are unsafe. More and more shit is happening every day on the subway. People getting stabbed. They carrying guns. There is no real deterrent. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, we're gonna put cops in the subway. There's still subway shootings.
Did you see the new trains?
What the F line?
I don't know. Is it that?
You talking about the little pilot thing where you walk through and it could detect if there's like guns on you?
Really?
Yeah, I saw something on the news.
I didn't see that.
They got this little pilot program that they running on certain stations where it's like it's like this little metal detector kind of a thingy. Well, it doesn't have that, but it's just like this. And as you walk through it, if you have a weapon on you, it'll
light up that area.
It'll light up the area. But I mean, I don't know how that can be managed. I mean, you're gonna have somebody watching this all day as hundreds of people walk through.
Uncomfortable. I don't know how it is in other states, but here in New York, we have metal detectors at hospitals. If I'm at a hospital, I'm probably feeling my worst.
Yeah.
I'm ill, vomiting, throwing up, bleeding, whatever the case may be. Going to visit my family who might have been hurt, broke a bone, who might be dead. And I got to go through a metal detector?
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable.
Because
when I was in high school, we had to do that.
Yeah.
That's not cool. I'm supposed to go to school to learn, and yet I'm worrying about if the person behind me is carrying a weapon.
That's the world we living in. You know what I'm saying? And we already live in a country that's reactive. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? America always waits for something to happen to respond. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind America at all being proactive when it comes to anything, because I feel like as a society, as a country, as anything, we shouldn't always wait for something to happen for us to make moves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got to avoid collisions. You know, half the times when shit's happening, we see it coming. Motherfuckers don't move out the way until it's it's too late.
Too late.
So, you know, we got a problem, but you know, it's the real thing is, can it be handled? Can it be fixed? I don't think it can. So it's just, you know, you got crime that's going crazy. Prices on everything is going up. You understand what I'm saying? When you look at California, for example, minimum wages went up to $20. You want to know what the fast food restaurants started doing?
20?
Like, yeah, $20 minimum wages. Fast food restaurants, you want to know what they did?
What's that?
Laid off workers. Now those workers,
really?
Now those workers, they can't work now. They don't have no money. They can't feed their families now. What do you think they're gonna do? They gotta do what they gotta do to eat. Like poverty. There's a direct correlation to crime, but you know, between crime and poverty. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Innately, as human beings, bro, we're not gonna sit back, starve, and go crawl into a corner and die from starvation. I'm gonna take your shit. That's just how it goes, bro. Yeah. Any human being is gonna do it. You go back to the beginning of the times, niggas was stealing bread, bro.
Yeah,
you gonna do it, you know. So you know, even if the cost was you getting your hands removed, at the end of the day, my stomach is aching. I gotta do what I gotta do. But I just think overall, you know, just as a country, we going backwards, we going down. This shit is bad, and
they say if you do the crime, you got to do the time.
But you know, should New York revisit their gun laws? Should they allow people to start carrying? Would that make things better?
We just started. I think over the pandemic, we started where we say that New York can actually carry now. You can have concealed carry.
No, but I mean, you gotta be within. So the only thing that I knew of was if you lived in, like for me, I'm in a house, so I can try to get a gun license, but I can't take my gun out the house. That's just a gun that can stay in the house. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? When did they ever pass anything that you can conceal carry if you're not some type of law enforcement, like a regular pedestrian?
Yeah, they have it. They have it. And there's a lot of people who are applying for it. I know that there's a restaurant that I go to, the business owner, she actually has hers. Now, a lot of business owners are getting theirs because people come in, they rob.
Yeah.
You know, but I haven't heard the normal civilian get it. But I know that it's
so there's conditions. So you have to reach a bracket. You have to be in a certain criteria to be able to get that.
Yeah, because they're not going to just give it to any and everybody. You got to
okay. No, but that's what I meant. Like, you know, you go to states like Florida or even fucking Missouri, like we was talking about, where you don't even need a license. You just got to be over a certain age and you can fucking walk around with a gun.
Man, this shit is crazy, man.
Yeah,
this shit is crazy. Just the gun trafficking is just crazy, man. Because I was just in North Carolina, went out there. Went to the range. You go to the range, everybody's shooting at the range. Every place I go outside of New York, when I go visit my peoples, everybody say the same thing. Yo, when you get here, let's go to the range. That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is that when I went to North Carolina, I went with one of my boys. And I was like, yo, we're going to the range. We're going to shoot. He was like, all right, I'm going to just sit back. I was like, you're not going to shoot? He was like, nah. For what? There's no need. He's like, first of all, I don't carry a gun. Number two, New York is not set up for me to carry a gun. So what am I doing? What am I practicing? What am I targeting for? Where as far as if you go to North Carolina, you know you can carry. So yeah, I'm gonna practice on my aim.
Gotcha.
You know, it's different. But I think that the politicians need to do something different when it comes to just bail reform and laws.
I don't think they have a clue. I don't think they have an idea on where to start to make things better. Nothing they do makes anything better. It just makes shit worse.
You got to jump in the crowd. You got to jump in the crowd. You got to get in the mud. You got to talk to the people. Because if you talk to we all understand like minds. So if you're only in the boardroom, you're only going to get boardroom ideas. So you need to talk to people who are struggling. You need to talk to people who have it easy. You need to talk to people who have it hard. You need to talk to a variety of people to have an understanding of how the law that you put in place can affect everybody and benefit everybody.
I don't think that there's a law that can be put in place that can benefit everybody. You know?
I think it can. If you say you do the crime, you do the time, that benefits everybody.
Yeah, but that's always been the case.
No, it's not, because they got the bill reform where they're letting people out.
Yeah, they're letting people out, but that doesn't mean that, you know, whatever your charge is, you're walking off scot-free. It's just they're just not holding you in jail until you post bail or your trial date. You know what I mean?
If I know that you're going to give me time before I got to go back to court and I know I'm doing time, I'm out.
100%.
I'm out.
100%.
I'm having a ball.
100%.
If I know I'm doing time, I'm having a ball.
What do you mean you having a ball?
If I'm going to flee, I'm going to party, I might even commit more crimes.
Fuck party, nigga. I'm fleeing.
Everything.
Going out of Miami and I'm trying to get on a boat to Cuba or some shit. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Listen.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
If you get you a private jet, you go where Diddy went.
I ain't trying to go nowhere with Diddy, bro.
But you on your dance.
But you know, before we head out of here, man, you know, we got March Madness going on.
March Madness. Shout out to March Madness.
We had some Elite 8 games going on, and you know, women's basketball is buzzing.
Listen, buzzing more than the men. Women are buzzing more than the men, and we ain't talking.
They got more storylines.
We ain't talking about Joanna men either. We talking about real women. They balling and they doing their thing. But you said only more storylines?
No, I said when the women, they have more storylines.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, it has more attention.
Did you watch the games last night?
I did not watch the games last night.
Man,
I watched it in pieces, man. Not the bro.
You missed out, man.
So
listen, Caitlin Clark.
So I'm gonna tell you something about
that's the real Caitlin that should be Woman of the Year, not the other Caitlin.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and I'm probably gonna get some hate for this comment.
What's up?
I can't watch women basketball, bro.
Come on, man.
They lack so much skill, bro.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
But you're not,
bro.
This is the problem. You're not watching it. You need to see the skill.
No, I have watched it, and I'm telling you, bro. What I'm trying to say is like the average ball player has no real skill. Like, yeah, you'll see one person, you see a player here or a player there. You got the chick on South Carolina. She nice, you know. She split the whole defense. You know,
Juju.
No, that's Juju Watkins. That's USC.
Yeah.
See, I know more than you, bro. She knows South Carolina. Get out of here. But
of course.
But I think they're trash, bro. They're not good ball players, man.
But just check this out. Because they don't have athleticism, their fundamentals are on point.
That's not true. I think they suck, bro. It's not entertaining for me. It's not entertaining for me.
Listen, like if you watch the game, Caitlin Clark hit 9 threes yesterday, and I'm talking about off the dribble, deep, off the dribble,
bro. She could ball.
Listen, men don't even do that. Are you serious? Men don't even do that,
bro. She could ball. I'm not taking it away from her. Okay. Like I said, you might find one or two players on a court in a given night that can actually ball.
That's your belief, because you have to physically watch it.
I watched it. I watched it, bro. I watched it to know that I don't like it. I watched it to know that they are trash, bro. I can't sit back and dedicate 2 hours to watching skillless basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of chicks chucking up shots, and you know, I don't like it. I like the storylines. I'm not gonna lie. I've tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like watching a game in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left, and you know, acting like you watched the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I tuned in late. I tuned in. I watched the USC game the other night. I think when I jumped in the game, it was like 59-59, and then UConn went on a stupid run. I feel like I jinxed them because I was going for Juju Watkins, but same thing with all the other teams. South Carolina, you know, I tap in with like 3 minutes left, see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Caitlin Clark. You know, I see most of her games through the highlights. I've seen some. I probably see a quarter here, a couple minutes there. She nice, bro. She could ball.
Now she and Caitlin Clark,
Caitlin Clark, or she and Angel Reese?
Yeah, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They had a little rivalry going on for the last couple of years.
Shouldn't have been a rivalry.
Why not?
Angel Reese doesn't come close to the basketball player that Caitlin Clark is.
Yes, but she is a top tier though.
She's
projected to go top 5.
Bro, it's women. All right, let me not do that.
But she's projected to go top 5.
But who's coming out?
She's Paige.
You don't know if Paige is coming out. But you don't know if any of them are coming out, bro.
But they
don't need to come out.
But yesterday when Juju lost, her coach already told her she need to come out.
For what? Bro, what?
To go pro.
For what?
What you mean to go pro?
Bro, you know how much
next level?
You know how much money Angel Reese is making in NIL this year alone?
I do know.
So why the hell would she go pro and make $250,000 when she already making 7 figures through NIL? I'm going back to fucking school.
But at that point you get endorsements too when you go to the pro.
It ain't like that, bro.
Yes.
The endorsement women are getting, the amount is nowhere near what the guys are bringing in. You got to, at this point, you got to, as a female baller, you got to sit in college for as long as you can.
You think so?
Absolutely.
So 4 years?
Bro, they're making millions.
Because Caitlin was at last year. Caitlin was at she was at an 8.9. She was high last year.
8.9 what?
She took it to a 10.
8.9 what?
As far as recognition in her game. That's what I mean. Like she was very well known last year, and she put herself completely out of the stratosphere. Because this year she balled out,
bro.
She balled out.
Hold on.
She balled out this year. But yes, I do know that the pay is not the best for the WNBA players. That's why they actually go overseas during the off season, because overseas they actually get more money. But she could always go back to school. So you can't always play in the WNBA. You can't always play in the WNBA because at this point, you're talking about a dream.
Bro.
Talk to me.
Angel Reese.
Yeah. I think she's worth $3 million, right?
She's making $1.8 million in NIL from NIL. $1.8 million. The highest paid WNBA player is Jackie Young, a guard in Las Vegas. Her annual salary is $252,000. Why the hell should Angel Reese declare for the draft? It's shorting her money by that much.
So when you in the NBA or WNBA, you don't get NIL deals?
Not in the WNBA, not in the league. No, that's done. No, that's straight college, bro. No, bro, men, go to the league, bro. Go to the league if you're a dude and you can get in. But for a woman, if you banking off from NIL, what incentive do you have to go to the WNBA for? Making 1.8 in college to go to the league to make $250,000, and that's the highest paid WNBA player. You might start there making $150,
if that.
Hell no.
But remember, their season is also short too.
It is, but
the season is also short. This season is what, 4 months?
Yeah, but she playing 30 college games before she gets to the tournament. What, they play 32 games before they get to the tournament, and she made 1.8 mil.
But that's not from the school.
It's not, but it's from playing in a college. It's from playing college. So it's just if I'm her, I'm going back to school until they kick me out.
Speaking about the money, would you take Ice Cube's offer for Caitlin Clark?
I absolutely would.
$5 million.
I absolutely would
to join the Big Three.
I absolutely would.
She would be the first female,
and she's gonna get trashed in that league.
Why? Physicality?
Women can't play ball with men, bro. Like this is real shit, bro. Like somebody went on Facebook and said Caitlin Clark can play in the NBA. She would literally be the worst player in the NBA, bro. She would literally be the worst player in the NBA. So
she would be better than Giannis' brother.
She will not be better than that nigga, bro. She will not be better than him. She will be the worst player in the league, bro. She will not be able to guard nobody defensively. She won't be able to chuck a shot up, bro. The pick she'll be running, bro. No, it wouldn't work. It would not work. It's not
physicality, not skill wise. Look at
skill wise. Who she getting past in the
Look at Sabrina almost beat Steph. When you talking about skill wise,
bro. But that's not in a game.
But it would never match because of the physicality.
All right, but that's the point.
But if you're talking about if we talking about street ballers, but listen, the woman.
No, I'm not talking about street ballers.
Hear me out. The woman that's in the WNBA, they all played against men because in your neighborhood, there's not 10 women that want to run a front court.
Bro, playing playing a pickup game to 20 with men, opposed to being in an actual league.
They have co-ed leagues.
Bro, if you think her playing a pickup game with men is the same as playing in the NBA, bro, there's no comparison, bro.
The physicality is just the physicality.
Bro, there's niggas that dominate in college. They come out into the NBA and they're number one picks and they just straight up bomb. Can't do nothing. You gonna think that this girl's gonna be able to come in there and do that against men? It's just not. It's not feasible, bro. It's not gonna. This is not me saying. This is not me saying. This is no sexist shit, bro. There's a reason why women have their own league. There's a reason why they can't compete with men. You know. So
do you think there will ever be a co-ed league?
Maybe tennis. What
no
golf?
Co-ed basketball.
No, you can't. You can't. You can't at all.
What do you think? Before we close this out, what do you think about Angel Reese when she said that she was getting death threats and she was sexualized for over the last 2 years since she won a championship?
Okay, so how I feel with that is, you can't want to be the villain, and then when people start coming at you, you have a problem. You want to tell assistants to watch their mouth. You want to taunt people. You want to be this kind of person. When you lose, when you get humbled, when all of that happens, you got to sit there and you got to take that. And that's my stance. Angel Reese, and I'm here for it. You know me. I'm competitive. I talk my shit. I do all of that. If you're going to be that guy, if you're going to take on a villain role where you got your coach saying, oh, you could push that person to the floor, but you would have done that to an Angel Reese. Bro, if you're going to be that guy, you're going to have to take it. Now, with people making AI porn, which is what I feel like she was referencing, because somebody did AI porn with Angel Reese.
What?
Yeah, this was on social media. So, if she's talking about, I've only seen 2 instances. I seen an instance where she had this little tight ass blue thing that looked like it could fit a 5-year-old, and she was able to put that shit on her body, and it looked nice. And then somebody created some AI porn with her. But as far as that, man, there's no defense to that. People are weird. The only thing I could say is, find out who did it. You could link that shit to people's IP address and fucking sue them and get them arrested. I'm heavy. I'm here for the suing people, because people don't know boundaries. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people are habitual line steppers in 2024. So it's just like we got to normalize suing people, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna get upset. I'm not gonna put my hands. I'm just gonna fucking sue you, bro. So it's just. But as far as her like talking about the death threats, bro, you got to understand. Especially when you're dealing with the white versus black dynamic, which inevitably was brought up.
Yes.
And you're taunting people, and they're treating you like the Draymond of the league. Everything you do is underneath a magnifying glass. You don't get to that point for no reason. You do shit that gets you to that point where people are doing that to you. Bro, there's how many? 12, 13 people on the basketball team? You're the only one getting that type of treatment. That whole LSU team ain't getting that. They not in all them other girls, DMs and doing all that shit. Yeah. They doing it to the one that got the biggest mouth. You gotta back that shit up. And she balled. Dude, listen. She played. Listen, I saw some of that game.
She said, "Give me the ball."
I saw some of the game. No, the shit changed when she hurt herself. Mm-hmm. The shit changed when she hurt herself. You know what I'm saying? She tweaked that ankle that she messed up a couple games ago. But I think you got to take that shit. If you're gonna be the villain, if you're gonna take on that role, if you're gonna be the antagonizer, you're gonna tell assistants to watch their mouth, and you're gonna be that guy, or in this situation, that girl, you gotta take it. How do you feel about it?
I'm very competitive myself. I'm very competitive. So we do a lot of trash talking when you're competitive. Even if, listen, I don't care who I'm playing against. When it comes to ball, I don't care who I'm playing against. I can play against a professional. I myself feel in my heart that I'm going to beat them. And I will tell them, I'll beat you.
Okay.
And that's it. And I'm going to win. And that's it. And that's the competitive nature. The thing about being competitive is you say a lot of things. But guess what? People will like you for that, or people will dislike you for that.
100%.
And
100%.
With social media, it's tough. It's tough because everybody's going to come at you from different angles. And there's a lot of celebrities who say they don't even have social media because they try to avoid it as much as possible because there's a lot of hate. There's a lot more hate than love.
It's a part of the territory.
There's a lot more hate than love.
That comes to understanding. You always gonna get more hate than love. But listen, nobody hates somebody that's trash. Ain't nobody hate on Kwame Brown. If you getting hate, you doing something right. You know? So it's just that there's always a way to look at it, man. And
in that case, bro, I hate you.
I'm doing something right.
You doing something right.
That's it. That's all that
matters. Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
Yo, man. Oh, man. That was a good episode, man. Got any final words, bro?
Just everybody just take care of yourselves. Self-awareness is very important in 2024. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of everything going on around you. Nowhere is safe. Nowhere. Even the places you thought was once safe isn't safe anymore. So it's just, just be aware. Keep your head on a swivel. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but our lives aren't any different from an animal in the wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? That gazelle that gets caught lacking, drinking some water, and that lion jumps on him and eats him. That's equivalent to that woman that got caught lacking, got drunk, and this dude takes advantage of her and hurts her. So it's just just be aware, man. Just make smart decisions. How I move, and it's kind of sad. I assess risk with everything I do. That risk factor is applied in everything. I don't make a move without assessing my risk. If it's a Saturday and we're in the middle of the summer and there's two different events going on, if one is going on in a hostile area where the chances of some shit happening is high, and in the other place the chances of some shit happening is very low, you already know which one I'm going. And if I only got one thing to do that day or one plan, and that invite is in a hostile area, I assess that risk. Bro, this barbecue's going on in this, violent area. There's a high chance something's going to happen. What do you want to do? It's a conversation I have with myself. If I tell myself I don't want no parts, I don't go. If I do say that I want to go, I accepted the risk, and anything that happens to me is my fault. That's what I try to tell people. As long as you accept the risk, whatever happens, happens, bro. But I assess risk with everything that I do, and I teach that to my daughter, and, I just, say that for everybody, man. Don't put yourself in a hostile area. Pay attention. You walk into a venue, know where your exits is at. It's little shit like that to save your life. And that's just how my mind is.
Sounds good, man. Be alert. Sweet life.